Hey all, we are in the last chapter of the book, and it's called Eye of the Fly, Effective Rather Than Efficient Leadership. So, what Gopal talks about in this chapter is about efficiency and effectiveness. And he starts off saying managers are trained to be efficient. In their pursuit of efficiency, they seem to sometimes lose their effectiveness. Are efficiency and effectiveness different? Let's see. So Gopal says the code of an efficient organization would have characteristics such as you work on things you understand quite well, you plan in detail and review actions against that plan, you impose a process and responsibility, you expect completion as per an agreed timetable, you commit resources to accomplish the tasks. The code of an effective organization would have other characteristics. You work on things you don't quite understand. You find it difficult to plan in any detail as the way forward is unclear. You try out approaches and adjust your plans flexibly. You expect progress but are not sure of completion. You have to generate new options continuously, not just place more resources. It is not that an organization has a choice to be efficient or effective. It needs always to be effective. Depending on the situation and the timing, the path adopted consciously may be efficient or inefficient. So, with that being said, Gopal once again tries to get an example from nature where he says, uh, the fly goes around in circles because of its compound eye. So, he says, given its eye structure and body structure, the fly that we see at home, has to adapt itself to reach its goal. And have you ever wondered why the common housefly is unable to approach its goal in a straight path? Why does it go round and round in a sort of spiraling circle as it approaches its destination? It is because it gets to its goal in a way that is effective for the circumstance, even if it is not an efficient way. The fly has two large eyes, so large that they cover most of its head. The fly can simultaneously see up, down, forward, and backward. The fly's eye is made up of about 4,000 tiny hexagonally packed lenses. No two lenses point in the same direction. Not only that, each lens operates quite independently of the others. The flip side to this 360-degree vision is that a fly eye view of the world is highly fractured. The fly cannot easily adjust for distance or see detailed patterns and shapes. Hence, the fly does not have any sharp vision. It has what the biologist calls a compound eye. Humans have a simple eye. The human eye sees one large image, the fly sees the same tiny image in each of its several thousand lenses. As the fly approaches an object, the image shifts slightly in each facet. To hold in a constant position its vision of the object, the fly has to adjust its whole body. At each turn of its body, the fly is closer to the object, so the radius of the circle of approach progressively becomes smaller and smaller. If one plots the approach path of the fly, it would resemble a coil or a spiral without a decreasing radius. Now we understand why the fly moves around in circles. Maybe this applies to organizations as well. Where people are encouraged to think for themselves, there is bound to be a diversity of views. An organization is the sum total of these diverse viewpoints. Differing viewpoints lead to differing agendas, and these naturally serve as a source of great conflict among people. These differing views halt relationships and soar human relationships along the way. So the point is anyway that you need differing points of view, but differing points of view sometimes becomes very difficult because it creates a lot of ambiguity. It brings in a lot of human complexity and things like that. Not ambiguity, but human complexity. So, like the fly, the anatomy of the organization's eye prevents a sharp vision from guiding the movement of the organization. The lack of sharp vision prevents it from moving it in a straight line, the efficient path. The organization assesses its distance from a goal, makes a move, reassesses its distance from the goal, adjusts its body again, and keeps repeating this till it reaches the goal, just like the fly. Of course, it is the most important role of leadership to sharpen the organization's vision. However, sharpening the vision and causing the organization to move towards that vision does not necessarily happen with efficiency. The leader may not be able to move in a straight line from the problem to its logical solution. Examples are unnecessary. There are so many. So that is what an organization needs to do. Is what Gopal says. Sorry. A lot of examples actually. I'm not getting into that. The point is that organization needs to have differing points of view. That is what it is. There is a lot of other content that is given here. I may not be able to cover all of this actually. There are a lot of stories and things like that. I'm not getting into it. So Gopal talks about his own experience in Unilever Arabia and things like that. But I think I will just stop it here for you to buy the book and read. So the only point is you find out what is efficient versus what is effective, and do what is good for your organization. With that being said, we are at the end of this book. I don't know if I did full justice to this, but I have tried to do whatever this that I can. So I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for listening. Good luck.